Folks, it's time to say goodbye to endless hours of data crunching, analysis paralysis, and all sorts of tedious work you have to do in equity research. In this video, let me show you how ChatGPT can streamline your equity research tasks so you can better focus on understanding the businesses and their stock movement. Let's dive right in. As a language model, ChatGPT can help us in the realm of writing big time. Since its release, ChatGPT has been my proofreader for my weekly blog articles. Simply instruct ChatGPT to proofread the following and then paste in your rough draft. It will produce a revised version. However, make sure to fine-tune the output to maintain your unique writing style, which is often part of your brand. Even if you know your writing had poor grammar, feed it into ChatGPT and see what it comes up with. Review it, adding or removing as needed, and repeat the process until you arrive at the final form. You can also ask ChatGPT to summarize anything, even specifying a word limit for the summary. For example, when compiling speaker bios for your analyst's client conference, manually pulling data from proxy statement or company website and summarizing them to the same length can be very time-consuming. Now, you can just ask ChatGPT to summarize it for you. Feed in the blurb from the company's proxy statement or website. Ask for a summary with your desired word limit, and your job is done. Now, I can't do this using my computer because I don't have ChatGPT Plus, but for Plus users, you can even feed an URL of a document as an input, unlocking the possibilities of summarizing 10Ks, earnings calls, or any industry-related text. You want to generate an article quickly? Say, write an article using the information below, and then paste in your gathered data points. ChatGPT will provide a draft of the article, and you can fill in the missing pieces. Most YouTubers are likely experimenting with ChatGPT for video generation long ago. Why not use it for research note idea generation too? For example, if you cover semiconductor and you want 20 note ideas on how to generate deep dive content on AI that can engage the clients, just ask ChatGPT. Another handy feature is generating emails. You can ask ChatGPT to compose an II engagement email tailored to your liking. Remember though, for important communications, and human touch might still be necessary. So use this feature with caution and with human intervention. Even for a pretty individualistic profession, you have to work with people via verbal and written communication in equity research. And ChatGPT can also help you soften your tone when delivering feedback to juniors or crafting diplomatic responses to supervisory analysts late at night. We just want to get the note approved and get the out of there. So we will pretend to be nice with the help of ChatGPT. Moving on to the actual research and analysis. Many of my Instagram followers praise ChatGPT's ability to generate more suitable comparables or competitors for the stocks they analyze, often surpassing most of the real-time data vendors. Take advantage of that next time when your analyst or your portfolio manager asks you to put together a quick comp sheet. You can even feed an income statement or a KPI table from a 10K or another filing into ChatGPT to get a summary. Maybe I'm just old school, so I rather spread the numbers in a spreadsheet and do my own growth and margin calculation. However, you may still find value in ChatGPT's quick 3-year financial ratio trends for a company. One impressive application is asking ChatGPT for data sources that might explain revenue trends for a particular company. This can be especially handy for sectors with significant stock movements due to macro or industry data news flows. For instance, you can ask ChatGPT what data points you might need to monitor a name or explain revenue growth for a home building company, considering factors like new builds versus remodels, which impact different companies in the home building value chain. It's also worth noting that while ChatGPT can provide insights on a company's moat, it's always best to supplement this information with your own primary research and expertise. Just know that feature is available to you if you want a cursory look on a business that has higher than normal sustainable ROIC. So in this example, I'm asking ChatGPT to assess moats in the context of the 7 Power framework, which is something I talk about in my previous videos. So for example, for Copart, it's an online salvage car auction platform with a consistent 20% ROIC. ChatGPT can lay out in the form of 7 powers why it has been able to achieve that sustainable high ROIC compared to its peers. If you're initiating a coverage on a sector or conducting an industry deep dive for your portfolio manager, you can explicitly ask ChatGPT to map out the industry, providing you with a good starting point on understanding who gets to keep how much of the value of the entire value chain. Additionally, ChatGPT can help identify the key risk of a company you're interested in. Though be sure to focus on the company-specific risks rather than the generic one. The third bucket of use cases involves technical assistance. If you forgot how to calculate a less frequently used financial ratio, just ask the machine. Similarly, if you need help implementing a logic in Excel or even SQL, ChatGPT can assist you. You just have to ask the right questions. Before I conclude, a few points to remember. Never fully rely on a machine. Always consider its limitations and potential errors. You need to ensure compliance with your firm's policy on inputting material non-public information into an AI model. Also, ChatGPT has a word limit of 3,000 words, so you need to break up larger inputs, but that means you could alter the takeaway in the summaries because it wasn't analyzed holistically. And keep in mind that AI-based summaries of certain events, like earnings calls, may not capture all the qualitative insights experienced investors are looking for. How have you used ChatGPT to save time in your stock research analysis? Please comment in the video description below so we can all learn from each other. Please give a like and subscribe to my channel for future contents on stock research, learning, and career advice. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you next time. Peace.